created the perfect off-road SUV for people who want real adventure without driving a giant truck every single day. The all-new 2026 Mini Land Cruiser FJ is finally here, and honestly, this little beast might become one of the most exciting compact SUVs we've seen in years. It's rugged, retro, modern, and built with genuine Land Cruiser DNA. And the craziest part, it looks ready to conquer mountains on Saturday and city traffic on Monday without breaking a sweat. Welcome back to Drives, and today we're taking a deep first look at the 2026 Mini Land Cruiser FJ. Is clearly aiming this SUV directly at vehicles like the Ford Bronco Sport, Jeep Wrangler, Suzuki, and even smaller adventure crossovers. But unlike some soft-roaders pretending to be tough, this thing looks like a proper off-road machine from the ground up. And honestly, might have just found the sweet spot between practicality and adventure. Now let's start from the backside, because the rear design instantly gives you classic off-road vibes. The Mini Land Cruiser FJ keeps things simple, upright, and functional, exactly how a true off-road SUV should be. The rear-mounted spare tire immediately reminds you of old-school Land Cruisers and legendary trail vehicles. And honestly, that alone gives this SUV so much personality. Modern SUVs are becoming too smooth and too futuristic, but this one proudly embraces its rugged roots. The LED taillights are slim and modern, while still fitting perfectly into the retro-inspired body design. At night, the lighting signature should make the SUV instantly recognizable on the road. The tailgate looks large and practical too, which is great because adventure-focused buyers care about usability just as much as style. Whether you're loading camping equipment, mountain bikes, recovery gear, or luggage for a long road trip, this thing looks ready for it all. And here's something I want to ask you guys. Would you rather own a compact off-roader like this or a massive full-size SUV like the Land Cruiser? Because honestly, smaller adventure SUVs are starting to make a lot more sense for everyday driving. The rear bumper also looks properly rugged with visible skid protection and higher clearance for off-road situations. Clearly designed this SUV for actual adventures instead of just mall parking lots. Now moving over to the left side, this is where the Mini Land Cruiser FJ really starts showing off its personality. The side profile is boxy, upright, and unapologetically rugged. It feels like mixed the spirit of the legendary FJ40 with modern SUV engineering. The squared wheel arches, chunky cladding, exposed hinges, and short overhangs all scream off-road capability. This SUV doesn't look delicate at all. It looks like the type of vehicle that wants to get dirty. And honestly, that's refreshing in today's SUV market. The two-tone paint options also add a cool retro-modern feel that makes the Mini Land Cruiser FJ stand out from more generic crossovers. Clearly understands that buyers in this segment want character, not just transportation. The proportions are another major highlight. It's compact enough to fit comfortably in cities, parking garages, and narrow streets, but still tall and wide enough to feel like a proper SUV. That balance could become one of its biggest advantages over larger off-roaders. Imagine driving this through busy city traffic during the week and then heading straight into mountains, deserts, or muddy trails on the weekend. That's exactly the kind of lifestyle seems to be targeting here. And honestly, would you take this over a Jeep Wrangler if the price was similar? That battle alone could become huge once the Mini Land Cruiser FJ officially launches. Now shifting toward the right side, the SUV continues to impress with its rugged stance and practical design. The roofline stays tall and straight, which should help massively with passenger space and cargo practicality. Roof rails are expected to come standard on many trims, and honestly, you already know people are going to turn these into full overlanding builds with rooftop tents, off-road lighting, snorkels, and aggressive tires. Knows exactly what enthusiasts want. The side mirrors, pillars, and overall body shape also suggest strong visibility, which is extremely important for trail driving and city maneuvering. And unlike some sporty SUVs that sacrifice practicality for style, the Mini Land Cruiser FJ looks built around functionality first. One thing that really stands out is the ground clearance. Didn't make this thing look adventurous just for marketing. Reports suggest the SUV will offer around 235 millimeters of ground clearance, which is seriously impressive for a compact SUV. That means rough trails, rocks, snow, sand, and deep mud should be no problem at all. Now let's move toward the front, because this is probably where most people are going to fall in love instantly. The front fascia looks absolutely incredible. Went full retro-modern with the design, and honestly, they nailed it. The round LED headlights instantly remind you of classic off-roaders, while the modern lighting technology keeps the SUV feeling futuristic. The wide heritage-style grille with bold Toyota branding gives the mini Land Cruiser FJ a ton of character. It doesn't look generic or overdesigned, it looks authentic. The front bumper is muscular and adventure-ready, with visible skid plates and strong geometric styling. And honestly, from some angles, it almost looks like a baby Land Cruiser mixed with a modern FJ cruiser. The hood sits high and flat too, giving the SUV a commanding road presence despite its smaller dimensions. And let me ask you guys something. Should bring back the full-size FJ Cruiser 2 after seeing all this excitement around the mini Land Cruiser FJ, because I honestly think people would go crazy for it. The short front overhangs are another huge clue that this SUV was designed for real off-road performance. Approach angles should be excellent, making steep trails and rocky obstacles much easier to tackle. Now let's talk about the interior, because it seems to have found a really smart balance between toughness and modern comfort. Step inside and the cabin immediately feels durable, practical, and technology-focused. Instead of trying to be ultra-luxurious, focused on creating an interior that feels adventure-ready but still comfortable enough for daily use. The dashboard has a clean, upright design with physical controls for important features, which off-road enthusiasts are definitely going to appreciate. Nobody wants to dig through while bouncing around on rocky trails. Grab handles, rugged textures, water-resistant materials, and durable upholstery all suggest expects owners to actually use this SUV outdoors. And honestly, that's exactly what makes it cool. At the center of the dashboard sits a large 12.3-inch infotainment display featuring Smart Connect software, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation, and voice control. The digital instrument cluster also looks modern and easy to read while driving both on-road and off-road. And surprisingly, the cabin still offers a good amount of comfort too. Optional leather seats, climate control, ambient lighting, premium audio systems, and wireless charging could all be available on higher trims. So even though this SUV is built for adventure, it still feels modern and refined inside. Rear passenger space also looks practical thanks to the upright roofline, and the rear seats are expected to fold completely flat, making it easy to carry camping equipment, sports gear, or extra luggage for long road trips. And here's something interesting. Would you guys actually use this SUV for off-roading, or would you mostly keep it as a stylish daily driver? I feel like some people would never let this thing touch dirt. Now let's talk safety, because it's loading this SUV with serious technology. Safety Sense 3 is expected to include adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and a 360-degree camera system. And honestly, those camera systems are going to be incredibly useful during difficult off-road situations too. Now let's get to the heart of the mini Land Cruiser FJ, the engine and off-road capability. Under the hood is expected to use a 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine producing around 270 horsepower and approximately 430 Newton-meters of torque. And honestly, those are very strong numbers for a compact SUV. The engine should pair with an 8-speed automatic transmission and a full-time four-wheel drive system. Is also expected to include locking differentials, crawl control, and multiple terrain modes for mud, rock, sand, and snow. That means this thing could genuinely become one of the most capable compact off-roaders on the market. And here's the exciting part, a hybrid version is reportedly in development too. Imagine combining electric torque with its legendary off-road systems. That could make the mini Land Cruiser FJ incredibly efficient while still delivering serious trail performance. The upgraded suspension system and body-on-frame construction should also make this SUV feel much tougher and more durable than most compact crossovers today. And despite all that rugged capability, reports suggest the mini Land Cruiser FJ should still feel refined and comfortable on regular roads too. That balance is extremely difficult to achieve. Some off-road vehicles feel terrible during everyday driving, while many comfortable SUVs completely fall apart once the pavement ends. Seems determined to make this SUV genuinely good at both. Now let's talk price, because this could become one of the biggest reasons behind its success. The 2026 mini Land Cruiser FJ is expected to arrive with a much more accessible price compared to the full-size Land Cruiser, while still delivering authentic off-road capability. And honestly, that could make this SUV extremely attractive for younger buyers, adventure enthusiasts, and even people buying their first real off-roader. At the end of the day, the Mini Land Cruiser FJ feels like something the SUV world has been missing. It's compact, practical, stylish, nostalgic, and genuinely capable off-road. Didn't just create another crossover here. They built a true adventure SUV for a new generation of explorers. And honestly, if delivers everything they're promising, this thing could easily become one of the coolest SUVs of the entire decade. So now I want to hear from you. Would you choose the Mini Land Cruiser FJ over the Jeep Wrangler or Ford Bronco Sport? And do you think compact off-road SUVs are finally becoming the future? Drop your thoughts down in the comments, because I really want to know what you guys think about this one. And if you enjoyed this first look at the 2026 Mini Land Cruiser FJ, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Drives, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest SUV reviews, off-road reveals, and automotive updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.